The doctor said 3 words, "It's cancer," and for a moment I stopped breathing. Pause. Time didn't stop, exactly. But it fractured, like I was watching myself from somewhere above. Seeing this person in a paper gown receive news that would split their life into before and after. Pause. I'm here now, in my living room, 18 months later. And I want to tell you about that day. Episode 1. Today I'll tell you what happened the day I was diagnosed. What I did in the first 72 hours, and 3 practical steps you can take if you ever hear those words. Whether you're facing this yourself, supporting someone who is, or just want to understand what it's really like, I hope this helps. Let's begin. It was a Tuesday in March. I was 37 years old, working as a middle school teacher, married for 9 years. Mother to 2 kids 8 and 5 at the time. I'd been ignoring symptoms for months. That's the truth. A persistent cough I blamed on allergies. Fatigue I attributed to the chaos of work and parenting. A tightness in my chest I convinced myself was anxiety. My husband finally made the appointment for me. I remember being annoyed about it, thinking it was a waste of time. That I'd just get a prescription for an inhaler and be told to get more sleep. The morning of the appointment, I wore my favorite green cardigan. The one that felt like armor. It was raining lightly, and I remember the windshield wipers keeping this steady rhythm. As I drove to the clinic, I didn't think I'd remember details like that. But when your life changes, your brain seems to record everything with this strange clarity. I thought I'd be home by lunch. The waiting room smelled like antiseptic and old magazines. I sat near the window, scrolling through my phone, responding to work emails. Normal things. When they called my name, I followed the nurse down a hallway with framed watercolors of beach scenes. She took my vitals, asked routine questions, left me alone in the exam room. Dr. Patterson came in 20 minutes later. She's a woman in her 50s with wire-rimmed glasses and an efficient manner I'd always appreciated. But that day, her face was different. Softer. Careful. She sat down instead of standing. That was the first sign. "I got your imaging results back," she said. "And I need to talk to you about what we found." The air in the room changed. She explained that the chest X-ray showed a mass. That they'd already scheduled a CT scan. That she was referring me to an oncologist. She used words like concerning, and suspicious, and finally. When I asked her directly to just tell me what she thought. "I believe it's cancer," she said. "Lung cancer. But we need more tests to be certain." I heard myself ask, "Are you sure?" Which is such a strange question, isn't it? As if challenging the diagnosis might unmake it. My hands were shaking. I remember looking down at them, surprised. They were still attached to my body, surprised they were trembling like that. I asked her to repeat everything she'd said. She did, slowly. I tried to take notes on my phone, but my fingers wouldn't work properly. "Can you call someone to come be with you?" she asked. I nodded, but I sat there for another 5 minutes after she left, just staring at the watercolor of a lighthouse on the wall. After the shock, and there is shock. A kind of cognitive fog that descends. There's a practical list. I wish someone had handed me this list that day. So I'm handing it to you now. Step 1: take notes and ask for everything in writing. In that first appointment, I thought I'd remember what drive. Patterson said. I didn't. My brain was too busy screaming. Now I know: bring a notebook or use your phone's voice recorder. Ask the doctor for a written summary. Request copies of all test results, imaging reports, pathology, everything. You have a right to these documents, and you'll need them. When I went for my CT scan 3 days later, I asked the technician for a CD of the images. She seemed surprised, but she gave it to me. That CD became essential when I got a second opinion. Step 2: bring a support person to appointments. I went to that first appointment alone. Don't do that. Bring someone who can listen when you can't. Who can ask questions? Who can drive you home? Your spouse, a parent, a close friend, someone steady. My husband came to every appointment after that first one. He took notes in a little spiral notebook. Sometimes I'd be crying or dissociating, and later I'd ask him, "What did the doctor say about the staging?" And he'd flip back through his notes and tell me, "You need a second brain. Bring one." Step 3: Pause major decisions for 48 to 72 hours. In those first days, I wanted to quit my job immediately. I wanted to sell our house and move closer to family. I wanted to make 100 enormous life changes right that second. My sister, who's a social worker, told me, "Give yourself 3 days. Don't quit anything, don't buy anything, don't burn any bridges. Just breathe." She was right. By day 4, I realized I wanted to keep working as long as I could. That routine, that purpose, ended up being an anchor for me. Step 4: Designate a point person. You cannot personally tell everyone in your life. You can't. It's too exhausting, and you'll have to repeat the story 50 times. While people react with shock and pity and tears, choose one person for me. It was my best friend Rachel, and authorize them to share updates. I sent Rachel a text with the basic facts and wrote, "Please tell whoever needs to know. I'll reach out personally to family, but I can't do everyone." She became my spokesperson. She fielded questions, gave updates, and protected my energy. It was one of the best decisions I made. Step 5: Start a health folder. Buy a binder or create a folder on your phone. Put everything in it: appointment dates, doctor names, medication lists, insurance cards, test results. It sounds simple, but when you're juggling 5 specialists and treatment decisions, this folder becomes your survival tool. I used a plain blue 3-ring binder. I still have it. It's battered now, full of highlighted papers and sticky notes. But it held my entire medical journey. Step 6: Ask for a case manager or patient navigator. Many hospitals have these professionals who help coordinate your care. I didn't know this existed until week 3. When I finally got assigned a navigator, she scheduled my appointments, explained insurance coverage, and answered panicked 3 in the morning questions over email. Ask your oncologist's office if they have someone like this. If they don't, ask your insurance company. You need someone who knows the system. Let's talk about the hardest part: telling the people you love. I told my husband first, obviously. I called him from the parking lot of the clinic. I said, "Can you come home now?" And he said, "I'm leaving work right now," and when he got home I just said it straight, "They think it's lung cancer." We sat on the couch and cried. Then we made a plan for telling the kids, which we decided to wait on until we knew more. Here are 3 templates that helped me. For your spouse or partner, the doctor found diagnosis. I'm starting tests next week to learn more. I'm scared, and I need you with me. Keep it direct. Don't minimize. They can handle the truth. For adult children or parents, I have some difficult news. I've been diagnosed with diagnosis. I wanted you to hear it from me. I'm working with specialists and I'll keep you updated. I need your support, not panic. Give them information and a role. People want to help, let them. For your boss or workplace, I need to let you know I've been diagnosed with diagnosis. I'm exploring treatment options now. I'll keep you informed about how this affects my schedule. I want to continue working where possible. Be professional but honest. Most workplaces are more accommodating than you'd expect. And here's what I learned about managing responses: people will cry. They'll say the wrong things. They'll offer unsolicited advice or tell you about their cousin who had cancer. It's overwhelming. I created a template text message: "Thank you for your concern. I'm taking this one day at a time. The most helpful thing right now is specific need meals. Watching the kids, giving us space. I'll share updates when I can." Then I copy-pasted it 20 times. It's okay to protect yourself. Within a week of diagnosis, you'll start seeing specialists. Here's what I wish I'd known. Schedule the oncologist immediately. Don't wait for someone to call you, call them. Be persistent. Time matters. Ask about second opinions. This isn't insulting to your doctor. It's standard. My oncologist actually encouraged it. I got a second opinion at a research hospital 2 hours away. It confirmed the treatment plan and gave me peace of mind. Understand your insurance. Call them early. Ask what's covered, what authorizations you need, what your out-of-pocket maximum is. Take notes. Get names of representatives you speak with. Bring these 6 questions to your specialist. What is my exact diagnosis and stage? What are all my treatment options? What is the goal of treatment, cure, management, palliation? What are the side effects and how are they managed? What's the timeline for treatment? What would you do if this were your family member? That last question is powerful. It cuts through the medical jargon and gets to the human truth. I wrote these questions in my notebook and checked them off as the doctor answered. Some answers were hard to hear. But knowledge is power, even when the knowledge is terrifying. Let me tell you something I held onto in those first days. You don't have to process this all at once. Cancer is not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. It's more like walking through a dark forest where you can only see a few feet ahead. And that's okay. You only need to see the next step. On day 3 after my diagnosis, I was spiraling, thinking about mortality, my kids' futures, everything I might miss. My husband said, "What do you need to do today?" "Just today." I said, "Schedule the CT scan. Pick up the kids from school. Make dinner." He said, "Okay. Do those 3 things. That's enough." And it was. I started a simple practice that week. Every morning, I'd write in a journal, "Today I am," and finish the sentence. Some days it was, "Today I am terrified." Other days, "Today I am hopeful." Once, "Today I am just really tired." It helped me name what I was feeling instead of drowning in it. If you're in those early days right now, try this. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Do this whenever the panic rises. You are still here. You are still you. The diagnosis doesn't erase that. Let me leave you with 3 core takeaways. 1. Document everything. Write it down, photograph it, record it. Your future self will thank you. 2. Bring support. Don't walk this path alone. You need people to carry the weight with you. 3. Breathe and pause. You don't have to make every decision today. Give yourself grace and time. If you've had a diagnosis, moment, whether cancer or another life-changing health news, I want to hear from you. What's one thing that helped you in those first days? Share it in the comments. I'll read them, and I'll include some of your wisdom in the next episode. Because we're in this together. Next week, episode 2: The Hardest Months Treatment, Side Effects, and What Kept Me Going When I Wanted to Give Up. Until then, be gentle with yourself. You're stronger than you know.